there is a region that acts as a greenhouse sanctuary for some more exotic fauna and flora. It is known only as the Hanging Gardens. The Hanging Gardens primarily houses unique species of lizards. It is theorized, based on the many lizard-based iconography and statuary, that the region may have originally been a zoological garden or menagerie meant to display or house the purposed organisms within. The lizards present in the sanctuary are unusual outliers of the more widely spread variants. While their physical appearance is often striking and exotic, their odd quirks often work against them or simply do not provide much more of an advantage than their more generalist counterparts, which is why these species are not common among many regions. Interestingly, the sanctuary has various piping mechanisms that are dedicated to the transmission of powerful air currents, which appear to spread the spores or seedlings of some unknown plant life to different sections of the garden. Scavengers are also present among the gardens, as scavengers appear to range everywhere no matter how many attempts there are to quarantine or cull their numbers. In fact, they seem to actually use the powerful air currents to glide through certain rooms. Though more often than not, they end up getting caught up in the air currents. Anyways, I suppose I should talk about some of the inhabitants lurking within the gardens. The water spitter spits water, but it is heavy and slow to react, lacking the aggression and power of the green lizard to close in on prey. Its ability to spray water doesn't do very well at knocking flying creatures out of the air. Its only saving grace is that vultures seem uninterested in eating them, most likely due to how heavy water spitters are. However, being heavy plus being capable of climbing poles might not be a good combination. The silver lizard, or what I like to call the airbag numbnuts lizard, is completely immune to being stunned and incapable of feeling pain. Despite their size, they are relatively lightweight and can be carried off by a dropwig or vulture easily. Kind of like a garbage bag full of air. Really, there isn't much else to talk about the silver lizard. Here's a more interesting specimen of lizard. I'm not sure what exactly this species of lizard is called, but they appear to be a combination of the white and cyan lizard species. Except they lack the long tongue and are relatively weaker. White lizards despise them and will often fight to the death. There is one last lizard which resides in the hanging gardens. These creatures lurk in the region's local water reservoir. They're called Poliwags, or purple salamanders, though they are more closely related to their larger eel lizard cousins, as they lack a pair of back limbs. They specialize in feeding on snails. They are fairly small and not very quick on land, but they make up for this by utilizing an ability to send signals to other individuals in their pod, similar to how orange lizards communicate to one another. There are a lot of interesting sights to behold in the Hanging Gardens, and it remains one of the few architectural marvels left by the ancients that still stands relatively intact, despite the frequent rainfall.